Hey, what up? Nikula Daz here. In this video, I want to talk to you about practicing semen retention while you're in a relationship, how to increase your physical pleasure and use sex as a platform for ultimate transmutation of your sexual energy and to have spiritual realizations. So I'm looking forward to this video and I'm looking forward to chatting with you about it. I do have my trusty notepad, as I tend to do, and that's because I like to take notes to make sure that I give you the best information that I can. So let's dive into it. Now, before we do, I do ask you to subscribe to my channel, hit that bell button, make sure you get notified when new videos get uploaded so you don't miss any of the techniques or information that I'm sharing. All right, let's jump into it. Like, let's talk first of all the reality. The reality is that ultimately your ultimate potential lives in your ability to transmute your sex drive, your sex energy, and spiritualize it so that you move into natural states of celibacy. When you move into natural states of celibacy, it is not like a repression where you're thinking about sex all the time, but you're like, oh, I can't do it, or you're thinking about, sexual activities all the time, and you're just trying to hold it within you, and you're battling. You're having this inner conflict. To release that inner conflict, you want to go on a process where you understand and accept that sex life is part of the nature of this material world. And ultimately, through practice, you'll be able to transmute it and reach your full potential. And so what I'm going to give you in this video is some things to think about and a practice to take on that's going to help you go from totally being controlled by your sex energy, which is where 99% of guys are at right now, and that's why they can't reach their full potential, and they've got so many problems and so many challenges, and they find that they can't move on in their life, to being able to hit ultimate states of realization. So to do this, we have to first accept that sex is part of the material reality, and that we have to know that the ultimate expression of sex energy is a spiritual expression that is unconditional love. Now, we're going to have to go up. Let's say we're going to go up a ladder. We're going to climb up a ladder that's going to get us there. But there's going to be some in-between phases. And what I want to talk to you about is those in-between phases. So if you're not ready to surrender and give up sex life altogether, which the reality is most men are not willing to do that right now, and that's also true for women. Most people on the planet at this current stage and in this current era are not ready to fully surrender and give up sex life. There's going to be a process before you realize this is the way to go. You're going to want to practice these techniques, which is a technique of transmuting that sexual energy. Specifically for us guys, that's about retaining and holding our semen and learning how to do it. Now, of course, if you're in a relationship and you're thinking, well, how can I do semen retention and be in a relationship? This is what I'm going to share with you today. So the first thing is to understand orgasm. Orgasm is a release of energy. So energy, sexual energy gets built up when aroused. So when we're engaged in sex activity, our sex energy is built up, and energy that builds up will eventually want to find a release. Now, most guys have trained themselves from the age of 9, 10, 11, 12 years old to only release their energy outwardly, to basically to ejaculate, to release their semen. And then you'll know, any guy will know that after you have your release, you're like, whew, okay, I need to sleep, or I need to raid the fridge or something like this. And for most guys, it means rolling over and going to sleep. All right. And that means we're wasting a lot of our energy. And if you're brand new to semen retention or don't know the benefits, I'm going to leave some links for some other videos that I've done on the benefits of semen retention. Once you understand the benefits, this is going to intrigue you even more on how to do what it is that I'm going to share with how to do. So the first thing is understanding that orgasm is an energetic release, and you can separate the spiritual from the physical, meaning you can separate the sexual energy or the energy that's built up that you want to release, that feel-good orgasm, and instead of releasing it outwardly, you're actually able to release it inwardly. You're able to bring it back within you. Now, to do this, you have to train yourself. Now, why do you want to do this? Because then you retain that energy within you, and you also retain your semen, which has the best on the physical level. It has the best to offer, the best proteins, enzymes, all the best of your physical body is within your semen, because from a biological standpoint, your body stores all the best stuff in your semen for the purpose of procreation. Right. So now when you're retaining it, you're retaining all the best stuff within you, which is going to have so many benefits. Again, I'm going to leave a video below. So you got to understand that your body is like an energetic highway or network. So if you stop looking at the body just as a physical thing, and you start seeing the body as an energetic highway, you're going to see that the body has tons of energy channels. So particularly, most people know about the 7 chakras. If you don't know, I will be doing some videos in the future about it, and there's lots of stuff online you can read about the chakras. So this also aligns with Chinese medicine and Chinese energetic system, which is called the microcosmic orbit. So according to the yoga system, you have 72,000 nadis in the body. Nadis are energetic points within the body. The 7 chakras being the main 7, we'll call them the nuclear power plants of the body, that all govern certain energies and emotions within the body. But the 72,000 nadis are found all throughout the body. And if you've ever been to, an acupuncturist, that's what they're working with. They're working with these energetic points. So these energetic points, when they're open, everything is working very well. You feel good. You have full of energy. You're alive, and you really feel your spiritual body and your spiritual essence. When we have energetic blocks that are often caused by negative health, bad health, emotional blockages, negative attitudes and mindsets, this can block up our energetic body and these nadis. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that our energetic highways are as clear as possible. So how do you do that? Well, specifically to when we're talking about releasing our energy inward, which can cause multiple orgasms. I'm going to talk about that in a sec. What we want to do is we want to work mainly with the microcosmic orbit. The microcosmic orbit is running from the base of the spine, or from the perineum, right, up around the spine, up to the crown of the head, from the crown of the head down, all the way back down to the genitals or to the base of the spine, creating a full loop, the microcosmic orbit. What you want to do is you want to practice running your awareness through the microcosmic orbit. And you can do that through visualizations, meditations. But basically, just a basic technique that you can use is just simply sit there and run your awareness from your genitals up through your spine, up to the crown of the head, back around, and keep going around and around and around. Now remember, where awareness goes, energy flows. Your awareness directs energy. So by running your awareness through the microcosmic orbit, you're opening up this energetic channel. You're making it flow. You're clearing it out of the gunk that is built up over time. What this begins to do is it begins to also open up the rest of your energetic centers. And this allows you to move energy through, or your awareness throughout your body with ease. The more that you're able to run your awareness and your energy through the microcosmic orbit, the more you're able to control at the time of orgasm that you run your awareness up your spine, up and around and down. And what this does is it moves the energy into a full body orgasm. Now, the orgasm is a different type of orgasm than the ejaculation orgasm. The ejaculation orgasm is very intense, very quick. It's over from the time, like when you go to orgasm, you ejaculate, you release, you have this very height of pleasure, and then you're like, whew, you're down. The full body orgasm is on a subtler body, but it fills the whole body. It's still intense, and it can last longer. You can experience orgasms and actually extend it. In this orgasmic feeling without ejaculation, you also can, that point can become a point for higher spiritual realizations because you lose ego. There's no thought, there's no time. You're just in bliss. And that bliss isn't being just released and over, but you can meditate in that bliss. It becomes very, very intoxicating without losing your energy. Now, guys, what do most of us do when, when it's over, right? Whether that's with a partner or by ourselves, you know what I'm talking about, right? Then what happens is we just want to roll over and sleep because we let that energy go. By learning to do this, you actually keep that energy within you. Now, on a completely physical level, this also allows you to have greater pleasure with your partner. And I don't care if your partner is man, woman, or for me, I don't care. That's your life, your choice. What I'm telling you is that you will be able to please your partner on a physical level even more because you will be in control, and you will also be able to be more present with your partner. A lot of guys, especially I'm just going to talk about a man-woman relationship because that's what I know experientially. Women take longer to become aroused. They take longer to get into those states. So if you're only able to, go for a few minutes or not be able to last as long as your woman or your partner needs, then ultimately they won't also be feeling the pleasure that they're going for. That's just on a physical level, and that's a superficial level. On a deeper level, you'll be able to connect with your partner in a deeper emotional state because you'll be actually able to run your energy through your microcosmic orbit and then begin to run it through hers. You'll be able to connect energetically, emotionally, which will allow for a deeper connection and relationship. When you are finished, she will be satisfied. She will love it. I promise you. Not only that, you'll still have all your energy. So you'll be able to go on and do the other things that are important to you. Now, here's one of the benefits that I've noticed about this that was kind of a surprise to me, but I'm happy about it, is that the more I practice this type of techniques, the less attached I am to sex anyways. The more I am free from always hankering for some physical expression of sex. And this has allowed me to, become more healthy, lose weight. Again, you can check out some of the other videos for the benefits of this. The biggest thing is that you don't become controlled by sex anymore. So it's interesting that how this practice actually helps elevate you to more natural states of celibacy, and you go longer and longer without this constant need of sex. The reality is that most guys are simply living at an unconscious level controlled by their sexual desire, and because of things like porn and excessive masturbation, all of their energy is being depleted and they have no motivation. They don't feel confident. There's all kinds of negative things that happen when you indulge in too much sexual activity and sex thought. So with practice, you'll be able to experience multiple orgasm within yourself. You'll be able to be with your partner in a deeper way, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And essentially, this will begin to release the grip that sex has on you, which allows you to realize yourself as spirit soul. It's very, very powerful. Now, this practice is something that yogis and mystics have been doing for thousands of years, and until, again, they reach natural states of celibacy, and it's not even a big deal because they're in such bliss. I mean, just imagine a life where you can feel like you're having an orgasm without ever releasing. Like how blissful would you be? If you have no thought and you're in that constant state of samadhi, you're absolutely entranced in the loving divine, then what's the, sex would almost seem like a waste of time. Now, again, I get it. 99% of people are not going to get there in this lifetime because not because they can't, not because you can't, but because 99% of people don't endeavor to do that. But if you could evolve somewhat, then it'll actually take you the rest of the way. You'll see on your own why you would desire to be in full samadhi, full absorption of the blissful nature, to be fully absorbed in God. And that is where, the ultimate will be. So unless you're ready to give up sex altogether, sex life altogether, if that's you, and I can introduce you to some monks, my spiritual master, who is a monk of 42 years, and I can introduce you to some high-level practitioners that have taken that life. And if that's what you desire, I'd be happy to facilitate those connections. If you're probably part of the majority of people that are in relationships and that are not going to give up sex life right now or right away, then this sexual transmutation practice allows you to make progress, still retain your semen, have all the physical benefits of it, and progress in your spiritual realization. So look, if you want to learn more about the benefits, as I mentioned, I left some links below so you can check out more of my videos about the benefits of semen retention. If you are ready to just transform your life, if you want to become a better version of yourself in all ways, the key to it is body-mind mastery. There is no other way around it. If you want to earn more money, if you want to have better relationships, if you just want to be happier, and who doesn't want to be happier? Who doesn't want to be more self-mastered? Then the Happy Yogis community is for you. How you join the Happy Yogis community is you click the link of my Patreon account below, become a patron of mine. You've got a couple options. You can join me inside the Happy Yogis community where you get weekly classes on body-mind mastery. And I don't care in this community, I don't care what sexual orientation, what religion, what political stance you have. It's not about that. I'm strictly teaching body-mind mastery techniques that I have learned and used in my own life and continue to use that have helped me. I'm sharing weekly classes so you can take advantage of those. Lastly, if you like the video, if you're getting information that's valuable for you, you want more, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell, stay up to date with the new videos that I'm releasing. Leave comments, leave questions, say what's up. I do want to get to know you. I'm here to be of service. And I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you all the success. If there's any way I can be of service to you, please let me know. Sending you all my love and well wishings. Namaste. Amen. Hare Krishna.